Hello and welcome to the Poetry Foundation's Poetry Explorers. My name is Stefania and I am the Education and Youth Services Assistant. In terms of visual description, I am a white woman. I'm wearing a kind of off-white button-down. I have dark brown hair that's sort of tied up, half up, and I'm sitting in my bedroom. Behind me you can see my bedroom wall. It's kind of a yellow-green color, and behind me, hanging on the wall, there's sort of broadsides and some various pictures I've hung up. We first want to recognize that the Poetry Foundation building is situated on the occupied original homelands of the Council of the Three Fires, the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, and Ottawa nations. Indigenous people continue to live here today. Chicago is home to one of the largest urban Indigenous communities in the United States. During this program, feel free to do what you need to do for your body and mind to be more comfortable. That means eating a snack, hydrating, lying down, using the restroom, or stepping out to take a break. That's totally fine. Take a second now to make yourself 10% more comfortable. So today's program is titled Outside Perspectives. So we'll read two poems, Robert Gibbs' For the Chipmunk in My Yard, and Margarita Engel's Peering Up from Mud. Then we'll use our poet's observation skills to draw a plant or animal using a method called pure contour. Along the way, I'll ask you some questions to think about, and you can answer them in any way you like, in your head or out loud. There are no right or wrong answers. So for this exploration, you'll need an adult, a large sheet of paper, like butcher paper or newsprint, and coloring materials. If you don't have those materials in front of you, you can pause the video and take a moment to gather them. There's a free downloadable worksheet that goes along with this program. You can find it on our website or linked at the bottom of this video. The worksheet is for you to use as you please. In a moment, I'd like to share two poems with you. In both of these poems, the poet imagines what it would be like to be invited into the world of plants and animals. Take a moment to think. If you were a plant or an animal, what would you be? How would you feel? What might you think about? For the chipmunk in my yard. I think he knows I'm alive, having come down the 3 steps of the back porch and given me a good once-over. All afternoon, he's been moving back and forth, gathering odd bits of walnut shells and twigs, while all about him the great fields tumble to the blades of the thresher. He's lucky to be where he is, wild with all that happens. He's lucky he's not one of the shadows, living in the blonde heart of the wheat. This autumn, when trees bolt, dark with the fires of starlight, he'll curl among their roots, wanting nothing but the slow burn of matter, on which he fastens like a small brown flame. This poem is called Peering Up from Mud, the Glass Frogs. You can't see us, not like those golden frogs flashing their beauty, because we're not here. Pretend we're not here. You can't eat us. We taste like clear air. We are transparent, invisible, until night, when stars pass through us. Moonlight flows into us. We start to sing. We need to sing. We love to sing. Sing, sing, sing. So now that we've read those poems, I want you to take a step outside or look out of a window at the outside world and use your poet's observation skills to find one especially beautiful or eye-catching plant or animal. And depending on the season outside my house, I might find a huge oak tree dusted with snow, maybe a robin pecking the grass in search of a worm, some clusters of yellow tulips, or a sea of bright orange leaves, right? So from what you've chosen, try to observe as many details as you can. So what new details did you notice? Okay, so now I want you to try to draw your plant or animal without looking at your page or letting your pen or pencil leave the page. So you'll allow your observation skills to lead you. And feel free to pause the video if you need more time to draw. So I'm looking at my window and I see a very tall, beautiful, old oak tree that's right outside my house that I really love. I'm gonna try to draw that. I'm gonna use green because I think it's kind of the color of the leaves. I think it'll go nicely. So I'm just gonna start, maybe trying to just get the shape, the bark, some of those limbs. Sometimes when I see a tree that's this big, I just wonder how old it is. How long it's been there. I'm getting some of these limbs. I'm trying to get some of that texture of that bark, sort of striped. Then we have some leaves. A whole bunch of them. So now look at your drawing. Does it look how you expected it to look? Does it look more interesting? Maybe more menacing, more beautiful? My drawing looks, I think, a little bit silly, but I think the important parts are there, right? We have the texture of the bark, some of the leaves all the way around. And I think it has sort of like almost like a joyful feeling to it, which I feel like is probably how a tree feels whenever it's springtime. So this drawing game is called Pure Contour. So I'm wondering, how might pure contour be like writing a poem? How do we think? So one way is that you might surprise yourself along the way of making a pure contour, right? So you might find a new perspective. I want you to think, what would it be like if this plant or animal could speak? Right? What might it tell us? Think about that. And under your drawing, I want you to write the story of this plant or animal. Okay, so you could say what its day is like or how it feels about the season. So that's my story that I've written about this tree. I'll read it to you. You can just sort of see what I have here. A tree drawing. So it says, I am very tall. I am older than many. Some days, this makes me lonely. I yearn to grow tall enough to reach the sky, I have seen many families come and go. Many children grow and grow. I love the morning when the sun is bright. I love cool and peaceful evening just before night. When the fall comes, I shake off my leaves, grateful for another cycle of seasons that change how I see. So I want you to think about all the different perspectives that are all around you, right? And now that you've practiced imagining those outside perspectives, so that point of view of someone or something else, now you can carry this skill with you everywhere that you go, just like a poet might, to always discover new stories that could be told. I can't wait to see what you come up with your new perspectives. Thank you so much for watching this program. For more Poetry Explorers programs or other Poetry Foundation learning content, visit our website at poetryfoundation.org/learn/children. You can also find links to more content below this video. Thanks so much.